Hey Rafael, I don't know what's missing in my Amazon business. It's just not converting as it should. I'm desperate, man.
I have a friend. I believe this friend can actually help you. And she's like the Sherlock Holmes of investigation and finding out where your inventory is and getting that money back for you. Just be patient, give me a little bit of room, and I'll get you help you need, all right? I'll talk to you later.
What's up, man?
So I need your help. I have a client. He's losing a lot of money. He doesn't know what his inventory is. Amazon's lost it. He has no idea. Just a bunch of money. Can you help?
Absolutely. Let's go.
Let's go. This is one of the worst Amazon FBA mistakes you can make, and I call one of the best in the industry to help you uncover them. This is Lisa, the marketing manager of Getida, the Sherlock Holmes of Amazon reimbursements. Getida helps FBA sellers boost profitability through auditing and reimbursements. Since June 2022, she has educated FBA sellers on increasing profitability and minimizing fees through auditing and reimbursements. She also co-hosts Getida's podcast, Prime Talk and Sellernomics. Stick around because at the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to do to get this money back that you're losing.
And believe me, it can be a lot of money.
All right, Agent Lisa, this is what we're gonna do. We have to find out how much money sellers have lost because of Amazon reimbursement. And they got you downtown because you're the expert at it and you're the best at it. Do you think you're up to it?
I'm down for the challenge.
Let's do it, guys. Let's do it. All right, welcome. My name is Rafael. As you know, I am the founder of Share Studio. I'm here with my good friend Lisa from Getida. And as you know, actually, you tell what Getida is.
Yeah, sure. So Getida is the global leader in FBA auditing and reimbursements. We help sellers uncover potentially lost revenue whenever there's an issue with their inventory in FBA.
Yeah, so that's why we're doing this Bad Boys edition. We're investigating what's going on behind the scenes and why Amazon's losing your money and your inventory, and how Getida can help you get those reimbursements back. This is money coming out of your pocket and money that should be in your pocket.
Right.
Okay, so let's get into it. So as you know, our detectives, it's myself and my good friend Lisa. We actually known each other for like a couple of years already, I think.
Yeah, 3
Yes, when
years,
you got
I
in.
think.
Yeah. Wow. Time goes fast. Wow. All right. So what are we going to do today? We're just going to conduct a financial review, Getida. Then we're going to conduct a content review with us. So basically what I was thinking for this show was like a lot of sellers are losing money through not getting their reimbursement. Money's not just sitting there. And some of our clients are like, hey guys, well, I don't have enough funds to fund my content. So like, if it's money that's just sitting there, why don't you fund the content with money that's just sitting there? It's just a win-win situation for everybody. One hand washes the other. And then we're gonna implement the improvements as you can see, okay? So it's pretty straightforward. This is gonna be as quick as possible. Entrepreneurs, they're wearing so many hats. How many new sellers don't want to hire you guys because they think they can do everything themselves?
Quite a few until they get to a certain point. And then they're like, oh my gosh, this is too much. I need to offload this task.
Yes. Same thing happens to us. So we're going to do this as quick as possible so you guys have a lot of time to do your stuff, but you also have enough time to get at least some information from here and get some value. So first thing, we're going to conduct a financial review. I'm going to ask you a bunch of questions. Lisa has her screen and she's just going to give us as much data as possible. She did have a pre-listing that we already auditing. And so, yeah. So what does financial review mean is we're just going to identify any financial mistakes in the listings. We're going to ensure the listing complies with TOS, and we're going to optimize financial practices for better performance. All right. So Lisa, okay, question. If maybe I'm a little bit, biased and I don't want to use your services right now. I feel like I'm too new, or even though I'm not, but I don't want to start. Like, how do I at least know that Amazon has lost my stuff?
Yeah.
At least to understand and maybe, just maybe, like get you guys down the line.
Yeah.
What should I do?
For sure. It's a couple really simple steps. First things first, log into Amazon Seller Central. you'll open up your menu over here on the left-hand side, hover over inventory, and check on your shipments. I think everybody's pretty familiar with their shipping queue within Seller Central.
Yeah.
Now, there's two columns that we're gonna pay attention to. The first one is this units expected versus units located, formerly units received, and the status. Now, what do you see here, Rafa?
I see that there are 115 to be expected and 114 located, meaning that one is vanished into thin air.
Exactly. So we have,
And here I see 115, 110, so 5, so that's 6. And then I'm seeing 100, 100, 100, 100, then I see 300 and 299. So 16 units less have been gone.
exactly.
So some units have been gone, and that's money that I'm losing right now.
Exactly. So, and the column of status is very important because all of these shipments are in closed status, meaning Amazon has processed it fully, and they are saying that they only received 114 of the 115, 110 of the 115, etc. So, as far as they're concerned, they got all that they are going to get. So, in situations
7
like
units.
this, there's already 7 units that are missing from the seller's account that they can get a reimbursement for. And to open up that reimbursement claim is very simple. You simply open up the shipment within Seller Central, scroll down, you'll see that it calls out the discrepancy of 1 unit. You're gonna change this drop down here to research missing units. You will need to upload the documentation that Amazon is requiring here, and then preview your request, file your claim for reimbursement, and essentially wait for a response. But it is that easy. So by doing a simple audit of your units expected versus units located and the status, you can identify if there's money that Amazon owes you. If the status still says processing or in transit,
You have to wait.
I have to wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to wait.
So imagine having to take the pictures, having to do this, having to talk to your supplier, having to manage your business, your employees. It's a lot. It's just a lot of things that you need to get, your hands free from. So that's why this service is good, because you get free time and you get your money back without doing anything, and you don't pay what you're actually paying until you get that money back.
Exactly.
So it's literally a no-brainer. No-brainer. Let's just imagine that we got a bunch of money back, and this is the new ASIN that we got it, right? And what we're gonna do from now on is we're gonna do a listing audit. As you can see, what she showed was fairly simple, but in reality, when you have a lot of inventory, a lot of files to claim, and a lot of documentation to upload, it can get a bit tricky, okay? So that's why I would definitely recommend you reach out to Lisa. All her information is gonna be down below. Is there any offer you can give them right now?
Yeah, for sure. If you guys go to getida.com/shareitstudio, we will give you your first $400 in FBA reimbursements free, meaning for the first 400 that we get you back from Amazon, you are not going to receive a bill from us.
That's pretty good. It's $400 more.
Exactly.
It's like at least 2 plane tickets for somewhere in the US close by, 2 hours away.
I mean, if you fly Frontier, it's like way more than that, but who does that?
Yeah. All right, so let's just imagine that we got, would you fairly say that somebody can get at least $2,000 back?
Oh, easily. Yeah.
Easily, right?
Easily.
All right, so if you're getting 2K back, let's just say 2K back, 2K that you didn't even know existed, right? You can be more, it can be 10K, 40K, it can be 1K.
It can be as small as a couple $100, but what seller doesn't need that back in their pocket? What entrepreneur isn't looking for more money?
We are all looking for I think everybody has gone through the stage that like $100, yes, and then like at some point you're like $100, oh okay, that's nice.
Yeah, it's like, that's
so
cute.
it's okay. So let's just imagine that we got a couple $1,000 back, which is great. What does this mean? That means that depending on seasonality, depending on a lot of things, depending on the last time you optimize your ASINs, your listings, you should view your images, your videos, your A+ content to see if you're staying up to trend. Okay. Right now, we're gonna go to a listing and we're gonna just do a quick audit on this listing. This is some water bottles and they are BPA free. I think they could definitely optimize their titles and their bullet points. They're using all the keywords, they do have fairly good reviews, 4.5, not bad. They have also almost 1,500 reviews, which is definitely not bad. We're not, the listing that she just showed you is not this one. This is one of our customers and we want to save their privacy, so we're not showing their ASINs. So we're just gonna show you what I think you should be doing if this is one of your ASINs or your listings, what you could do with the money that you get back. So let's just use $2,000 as an example, which is money, but it's not a lot of money, but it's still money. Obviously, everybody would love to have $2,000 extra in their pocket. For the here image, right? For example, they're selling a bottle of six-pack, and just shows like the quality is not that well. It also shows the bottle not in the best environment as possible. This is also all Photoshop, meaning that it's not organic, meaning that it's not real life taken. So when it's not real life taken, people don't usually see that representation in their hand. They don't connect with images as more. And as you know, the way you tell the story is the way that you're trying to sell your product as best as possible. Meaning that if I am interacting with the bottle in real life, I can personate myself with the bottle even more. You can humanize the actual product even more. And this is just an overview of if you guys are new sellers and like you just said, they're starting off and you're trying to be as frugal as possible and save as much money as possible. I'm pretty sure that you're using people on Fiverr, which is okay, or you're using AI, for example. But at some point, when you start making that money back, you should consider reinvesting into your business because competition is out there and competition is going to hurt you if you're not optimizing your product as much as possible. Okay. So for example, this client, like this picture doesn't really make you feel like it's safe to use. So something I would use is better lifestyle images. Like this is obviously Photoshop made completely and it just looks bad. You're not really showing the bottle you use. What type of liquids can you hold? Is it just water? Is it electrolytes? Is it smoothies? Is it really made in the USA? Is it dishwasher safe? Why not put an infographic or a lifestyle that shows putting the bottle in the dishwasher? Right. So all these things are things that with that money that you get reimbursed, you can actually push it back into your ASIN. So for example, these guys are making just on this one variation, they're making almost $12,000. If we could increase that monthly revenue by 5-10%, obviously that's gonna be tremendous. In the long run, it's gonna help you even more. Somewhere else that I feel like these guys are missing is the amount of information of how they're telling the story through the A+ content. For example, this could be easily a premium A+ content. There's actually a way you can unlock premium A+ content without having to pay those $200,000. So basically you just upload 5 variations in the same listing and you get them approved and you get unlocked. I'll leave a video down below for that. They have so much text. So I feel like this is a way they could implement a better showing of their premium A+ content. Yeah, because this is just the same image taken over and over and they just colorize it.
And the messaging, from my perspective too, doesn't align with the photo that's being shown there. A man in a rain jacket is not what I associate with active people.
Yeah. True, it's true. Also, they don't have a brand story. You don't know what the brand stands for. And again, there's so many competition. And the competition is advertising within your own ASIN. You should definitely consider, maybe not us, maybe somebody else, but definitely consider getting something more thought out process. To get that to the next level, okay? I can tell you premium A+ content, brand story, some PPC videos, and a better listing video is something I would definitely do. Oh, they have the from the brand down here. But again, it's a lot of context. Nobody's gotta read this. So let's just get down to questions. How does Getida ensure a high success rate reimbursements?
So one of the secrets to our success, worst kept secret in the industry, is that our claims team is largely comprised of ex-Amazonians who worked at Amazon's auditing and reimbursement department.
Yeah.
So they are writing the claims through the eyes of somebody who would be reading and responding to it. Another way that we have such a high success rate and are able to identify so many claims is through our direct API integration into Seller Central accounts. And then we have some patented technology which helps expedite those claims that we can talk about a little later on.
So basically, ex-Amazonians who are doing the work for new Amazonians or for established Amazonians. So people with experience
Exactly.
You grab those people with experience, you tell them like, hey, this is what we learned. With your expertise, our expertise, we can get the highest yield results as possible.
100%. That's it.
I mean, it sounds like, honestly, it just sounds simple, but
It's a no-brainer.
Yeah. All right, let's keep going. As well, I'm a little bit under the weather right now, so I apologize. I hope I don't get you sick. So I apologize for my voice. It's a little bit rough right now. I love when people love when you get like inside secrets and like a little bit of gossip. And as entrepreneurs, we love talking about money because it's not about the money, but it's about the money at the end of the day, right? So what's the most amount of money you guys gotten back for a seller? Like just one seller.
I know of one seller where his first reimbursement back from Amazon was $40,000.
$40,000. That's a down payment.
Yeah,
for a house.
It is.
I'm looking for a house right now to buy. So if you're a realtor, hit me up in Miami, 305. That's crazy, $40,000.
$40,000. And that's just the seller that I know about. We have much larger accounts. We're working with enterprise level brands, but that is one gentleman I'm aware of.
Do you know how many ASINs this seller had?
I don't, unfortunately.
Okay. Could you be able to get that amount of, well, it depends on the account, how large it is, and how much it sells and stuff like that. That's a lot of money. You could actually do a lot with $40,000.
You can do a ton with
A lot. You can buy
$40,000.
your inventory. You can update your content, your listing. You can take even a mini vacation.
Yeah.
That'll be amazing. All right, so what type of FBA claims does a Getida cover? And how can they customize this so they fit individual seller needs?
Yeah, awesome question. So we cover all claim types that exist with Amazon. We're going after everything possible to get the sellers the most back. The customization comes in with if you already have another service provider working for you or if you have an internal team.
Yeah.
I am not in the business of costing people their jobs. If you have an assistant or you have a team that's running your reimbursements for you and we can just come in and be a supplementary service and say, hey, your team's doing inbound, you want us to do customer returns, or they're doing everything but inbound because there's so many of them, we can kind of turn these levers on and off as is needed for the seller.
We started using data-driven like such a long time ago in Share Studio, and now like everyone's like data-driven, and we have to do this data-driven because everything has to be data. So I see a buzzword when I see something like Getida patented technology, but you guys have so much time in the industry that I know it's not a buzzword, and I know it, but I want the viewers to understand what it is so they understand it's not a buzzword.
Yeah.
What does it mean, Getida patented technology, and how does that help them expedite the reimbursement claims? Because I know that takes a little bit of time.
Yeah.
So what makes that difference? What is this exactly?
Okay, so our patented technology is called DocMaster, and we have a done-for-you service called DocMaster Pro. So essentially, what DocMaster is a packing slip generation tool that we built alongside Amazon. This cost us millions of dollars in research and development, completely terms of service approved, where instead of having to filter through all of your digital and sometimes physical files to get invoices, packing slips, etc., you can generate a packing slip satisfying Amazon's need for proof of purchase or proof of inventory ownership and send it directly into Amazon to get your claims filed more quickly and get you your money back faster.
Meaning that you guys went to Amazon and like, hey, we need to do this for our sellers to make it faster. Can you help us? Yes, it's gonna cost you a bunch of money. Let's do it. Let's just make it easier for sellers to get their reimbursement faster.
We built the technology in-house and worked alongside Amazon so that we knew every step of the way this is within TOC. So we spent a lot of money on research and development, a lot of time. I think it took us well over a year to build out the tool. And it's built into the dashboard completely free as one of the modules of being a Getida seller to say, hey, you can just create the packing slip for this individual shipment within our dashboard, ship it straight off to Amazon so you don't have to rifle through all of your files and get it done.
You know, it sounds so easy, and I know it's so hard. We're developing an AI in-house right now at Share Studio, and it has cost us so much money. I cannot understand, I cannot comprehend how much money that cost you guys.
I know.
So good job, Johnny. I'm really proud of you guys. That's why you're the best. All right, so let's go to the next question. A new little spicy, let's try to spice things up. What's the average amount of new sellers can get a reimbursement? I know it's gonna depend on how many ASINs you have, how much you sell, what type of product you have. But like, when in your experience, like, what can somebody expect, like, to like try to like get something. You know, like I just want them to have a taste like, hey, maybe if you fill some requirements, maybe you can get this.
Yeah. It does depend. I hate that that's the answer. It depends.
I know.
But anywhere between 1% to 3% of a seller's annual inventory is impacted by a discrepancy that would warrant a reimbursement. So whatever your per unit price is, whatever your selling velocity is going to determine what that monetary value will be. Our onboarding specialist, Emma Johnson, who is absolutely incredible. If you onboard with Getida, you'll talk with her. She is constantly showing sellers how to use their Getida account and reviewing the initial reimbursements, and they are consistently above the thousands and 10,000s. So depending on how long you've been selling, if you've been filing for reimbursements historically, it depends.
Yeah. What do you guys like working more? New sellers or established sellers?
I personally like working with new sellers because I get to educate them at the very beginning of the importance of filing for reimbursement right away.
Yeah.
Of course, we also love to see experienced sellers who maybe haven't filed for reimbursement before, or they were just doing 1 or 2 claim types internally, because then you get the big, I had how much money sitting there, and we're able to really make an impact. So both. So
for new sellers, right? How long should they wait until they at least reach you guys? Or is there like, should they be start selling on Amazon? Like, how would it work? If I'm a new seller, I'm gonna start tomorrow with my shipping and everything, live tomorrow on Amazon. How long should I wait until I should audit my listing for any discrepancies?
Don't wait. As soon as you have that first shipment sent into Amazon, begin auditing for discrepancies, because claim windows range anywhere from 3 months to 18 months, and you want to get the claim filed as quickly as possible so that you're getting your money back and adding to your bottom line and having more money in your pocket so you can pay for better content and you can get better photography and videography.
Yeah, that's true. Thank you. That's true. Okay, question. Does this cost any money? If I am a seller, right? This is very important. Like, if I'm a new seller, my margins are very tight at the moment because I'm literally just launching my business, and every time my business, unless you have deep pockets, like I'm very frugal with every cent that I spend. So if I want to work with you guys and I'm a new seller, does this cost me any money?
Yes and no. At the end of the day, no. So Getida is a pay per recovery service, meaning we only get paid when you get paid. It's a percentage of what we get you back from Amazon. So it's a win-win at the end of the day. You're getting money back that you wouldn't have before. And Amazon reimburses you the list price of your product minus the fees. So it's as though you sold it, but you didn't have to pay the PPC to sell it. So it's a double win. And then there's no membership fee, no sign-up fee, anything like that. So it's exclusively we win when you win. So no.
So let me just get this straight. I'm gonna ask you twice, guys. Twice, so you have a peace of mind. There are no hidden fees.
There are no hidden fees with Getida.
All right, so if I go to Getida and I'm selling these little investigator tags, right? And you tell me, hey guys, Rafa, you and Share Studio lost, I don't know, 100 units, whatever. I only pay for what you recover.
Correct.
Okay, so I'm actually not paying because that money's lost.
Exactly.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So I just get money, I just give you a little percentage of the money that you got back for me.
Exactly.
I think that's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Honestly. How often should you audit your account for discrepancies? Like if 365 days a year, right? Is it something that I remind you guys, that you guys check on? Like, how does this work for new sellers or even established sellers?
Okay, so Getida does 24/7 monitoring of all of our customers' accounts. If you are a seller who is wanting to file for reimbursements internally, I always recommend checking at least once every 2 weeks, because again, some of those claim windows are tight within 3 months. But Getida is auditing every single day. You don't have to remind us hey, I just sent in a big shipment. Can you double check? No, we have API integration directly into Seller Central. We are looking every single day, 24/7 to find anything.
Pretty good. Yeah. That sounds pretty good. So it's a peace of mind. I just give it to you guys, and you guys, I can rest assured that you guys are doing your job.
Yeah, it's nearly set it and forget it, except for when Amazon needs documentation, you'll have to provide that to us. But again, the Dockmaster Pro service helps satisfy half of that.
Yeah,
so
that's a patented thing they did, guys.
Yes.
So there's a lot of people out there that does the exact same job that you guys do, and as well as for my company, there's a lot of other creative agencies out there that do the exact same thing. So I know what I do that sets myself apart from my competition, which is basically data-driven content. But for you guys, there's a lot of people out there that does this. I'm not going to say names, but there's a lot of people out there. What makes you guys different besides your expertise and also your trajectory? You guys have been in the game for a very long time.
Yeah.
Very, very long time. So can you fill us on in why they should go with you guys instead of somebody else?
Sure. So it's funny how you said that, is that there's a lot of people that do FBA auditing reimbursements, but nobody does exactly what Getida does. So I love this question. First things first, we do have the longest running history in the Amazon industry, right? So we've been around for 9 years exclusively doing FBA auditing and reimbursements. We have the claims team largely comprised of ex-Amazonians, and we pride ourselves on our transparency and authenticity within the industry. For example, we recently uncovered what we're calling the 4-day loophole with Amazon, where for the customer returns claim type, they say they will reimburse you for any issue that occurred within a 60-day window. Turns out there's an issue in Amazon's processes, and it's actually a 64-day window in which they will automatically reimburse you. What we have found is that there are other service providers who, mind you, have ancillary services that they're trying to upcharge you for, that are filing claims within the 60th and the 63rd day. So they are charging you for reimbursements that you would have already gotten back from Amazon anyway, essentially skimming off of the top. So we have never done that here at Getida. We've always just started with a 90-day reimbursement window for that claim type before we begin filing, right? So we want to give Amazon ample time to reimburse the sellers on their own before we go in and do the work, so that we are keeping as much money in your pocket as possible.
So in summary, Amazon says, hey, you're going to get this no matter what in 60 days, right? But it actually is 64 days. So there are 4 days window. There's a 4-day window where if you file that claim, either way, that claim was going to get in your pocket without you guys filing it. Right? So what you guys do is you guys wait 90 days. So they wait like not double, but like a quarter more of the days that you would normally wait to file that claim. So you can rest assured that the money that's getting into your pocket that they're finding is money that you weren't going to find unless you did all the work that they're doing, which is, if you're doing that, then you're not focusing on building your business and growing your business, which is, you know, as the CEO of your company, you should be focused on growing your business instead of filing claims. I mean,
right.
It makes sense, right?
Exactly.
Anything else I should know about?
Something else really important that Getida does is we throttle the number of claims that we are filing for sellers every day for each claim type. So it's within Amazon's terms of service that claims have to be filed by a human being. And if you file too many at one time, let's say you've been selling for 2 years, you've never filed for reimbursement, you're going to have a lot of backlog to work through. So if you are submitting for claims too many cases, one right after the other, they're going to think it's a bot, right? So we are throttling the number of claims that we file for our sellers, whereas some other service providers may not, causing account health issues and having either your ASIN or your account suspended.
Interesting. So you guys are also conscious about how Amazon works.
Very, very conscious.
Okay. And as you know, Amazon works in very interesting ways. So you should be cautious about it because Amazon is Amazon. And at the end of the day, they're the one holding all the cards in their hand. Okay. So we don't take long because it's been 40 minutes already. Any last closing words? Statements?
I don't think so. Just audit your account today and reinvest that money back into optimizing your listing. I mean, I think that's really the theme.
Yeah, it's hard to do everything by yourself, and you need help in the industry, and you need to make industry friends, and you need to make industry partners. Because it's just, as an entrepreneur, I can say that at the beginning I tried to do everything myself, and that's not the way. It's the way to at least to start, but the best way would be to get help in hands. Would you rather be taken in 20% of $1 million or 100% of $1,000?
Yeah.
Right? So make sure that you're getting help when you need it and how you need it. And if it can be hands off, even better. These guys do exactly that. You just give them the access and they're like, hey, we have this, we found this, and that's it. As well as for Share Studio, we'll do everything. You just send us the product and we shoot everything and we'll do the analysis, the back-end keywords, and all the things that you need to get done. All right, thank you so much for being on the show, Lisa.
Of course.
We were investigators. It's kind of goofy, but I guess it works. It might work. I don't know. If you like it, please subscribe. Leave your questions below. How can we reach out to you?
Check out Getida.com. Email me directly at lisa@Getida. Find us on Instagram. Check out our YouTube. And I'll be at an Amazon seller event near you just to lay on the cheese a little more.
Literally, they're everywhere, guys. So they are everywhere. Literally everywhere. If not, you'll see the Money Man, for sure.
For sure.
For sure, you'll see the Money Man. All right, Rob Stanley. Say hi to Rob. Say hi. Yanni, Rob, and everybody else at Getida, thank you so much for letting Lisa be here. I really appreciate it. Shout out to our friends at Wizards of Ecom. They're not sponsoring this video, but they are sponsors in my heart because Carlos Alvarez is my very good friend. If you're new on selling on Amazon, actually Getida sponsors WOE, so it's all good. If you are new in the Amazon space, or you're actually an established seller and you want to learn more how to sell on Amazon, or you need a group of people that support you, because this Amazon journey can be very lonely.
It can be so isolating, but as is entrepreneurship everywhere. But the beautiful thing about the Amazon community is we as a whole believe in rising tides lifting all boats, and everyone wants to help teach each other and learn from our own mistakes. So definitely check out the Wizards of Ecom community. He has multiple locations in South Florida. Carlos has the cruise that he does every year too, with incredible speakers, a lot of great information. But find your community, and if you don't have one near you, maybe you're in Boise, Idaho, build one. You know, there's people out there that want to learn from you, but absolutely huge thanks to Carlos. He's amazing.
You might think that as an Amazon seller, like everyone's very jealous and everybody's like very tight on what they do and they don't want to share. You'd be surprised in communities how big they and how open they are and how they can help you solve problems that they already went through. So I would definitely try to look for WOE. If you are Boise, Idaho, and you want to do it online, you can also do it online. There's a meetup group every Saturday, which I come to, and it's also streamed online on YouTube. So you can definitely join on YouTube as well. So they're not sponsoring the show, but they're sponsoring because he's my friend, and I truly love Carlos Alvarez. He's my really good friend. All right, guys, until next time, hopefully, please subscribe if you like this, because it does take time and effort to do these shows. Shout out to Blake in the back end and Roy, and see you guys. Bye-bye. Ciao.
Bye, y'all.
All right, so I forgot to give this on camera, so I'm just gonna give a little gift to Lisa. All right, so this is for Lisa. Come. Hey Lisa, I know you're busy. Sorry to interrupt you. So Getida's growing super fast, right? And this is a gift from Share Studio team to you, because there's a lot of nerves being burnt over there. So we want to give you a little gift. And this is your gift. Enjoy the good times. It's a candle, all right? And it's like, this is my last nerve, all right? So this is a candle.
It's on fire.
Yes. So it's a candle so you can have it on your desk and, you just have it.
Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. I love this. I mean, it smells so good.
There you go. All right.